people are going, well, which side are you on? What the hell is going on? It involves with ESPN right now with Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp after last week, everyone jumping off the Lamar Jackson bandwagon. Very quickly, we saw a way different response here and want to show you a little bit of that clip on what they're saying now about Lamar Jackson in Baltimore.
Listening to everything you said about about Jared Goff and the questions and people still don't believe, I actually think the answer is Lamar has more to prove because Lamar consistently is criticized. Stephen, was it not just on this show that you and Uncle Shannon were talking about whether Lamar is worth his contract?
I don't think that was the subject. No, I don't think that was a subject.
Oh, it was a subject.
No. It wasn't.
Yeah, Kimberly tweeted about it.
No, but it wasn't a question as to whether or not he was worth it.
Are the Ravens getting their money's worth out of Lamar?
Are the Ravens getting their money's worth? Not whether or not he was worth. See the difference? See that? See how that's coming?
No.
You're kind of mincing words, but yeah.
I'm not mincing words.
The fact that was even a topic of conversation.
You're not on a paper anymore.
The fact that was even a topic of conversation.
She should know that. She know that. She was
in the age of Deshaun Watson making $230 million, where we got Joe Burrow still with that cap, and we still don't know what the Bengals are. But we've got all these teams that we still don't know about, all these quarterbacks we have questions about, and we're debating whether the Ravens are getting enough. That's why I say it's Lamar, because no matter what Lamar does, it is never enough. You have a unanimous MVP, former unanimous MVP, and we still check your watch. I got all day.
You get cooked today.
I'm not.
Because your takes are wild, bro.
Actually burnt.
You get
burnt?
Like toast.
Really?
Like toast, small like toast. That's why. But in all seriousness, the answer should be Jared Goff. But in my mind, it's Lamar because no matter what, somebody will find something to say when he is legitimately the only reason you look at the Ravens and say, no matter what, they have a chance.
I thought Kimberly was spot on, and we talked about this. She was spot on before when Chris Canty was jawing too, and it's just kind of like it's hilarious that Stephen A is now backpedaling. I'm not quite sure what differences or nuances he was trying to make between the two sayings, but he definitely was backpedaling, and it's just, and she brought up great points, right? And we've talked about this too. Deshaun Watson getting stupid money, and he's barely played since he got paid, right? And we have Joe Burrow, who's the highest paid quarterback in history, highest paid player in history, still hasn't been pulling his weight based off of what he's getting paid. What's Justin Herbert's record looking like lately? So it's just one of those things where it was a ridiculous question to ask. If you want to scrutinize Lamar on certain things, sure, go ahead, because there are weaknesses in his game. But to say that he isn't worth every penny that the Ravens paid him, I think is just blasphemy.
Yeah, and I think it's also the timing of when they were saying this. It wasn't like it was after a game where he threw 6 interceptions, where he had a horrible game. He had the highest QBR rating highest offensive rating in all of football. And the only reason the Ravens didn't win was because of 8 drops, 2 of which were walk-in touchdowns. So it's like, okay, if Lamar had a bad game, you could question, you can call him out for that. Like you said, Brad, there are things that Lamar doesn't do great, and there are criticism Lamar deserves. But to say he's not worth the money after he has pretty much played Superman this entire season when the Ravens have needed somebody to go win the game, it's the wrong place, wrong time. That was just not the guy, and I'm glad Kimberly has been keeping them honest with it.
Yeah, feet to the flames.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and look, I think we know the value of the quarterback position, right? We understand for a team to win a Super Bowl, more times than not, 95% of the time, we can go back to the 2000s Ravens defense where, people could say Dilfer did his job. These legendary defenses can do their job. But overall, you're going to need an elite quarterback to kind of take you to that next level. And Lamar Jackson has done nothing so far, especially specifically regular season, because, again, you got to go in the playoffs and win more games. But Lamar Jackson has shown nothing to anybody, or has shown, given anyone – sorry, let me reassess my thoughts here. Restart. Lamar Jackson, all he's done is shown that he has the ability to impact the game over and over and over again. He's one of the most winningest quarterbacks in the NFL. He has to, just like many quarterbacks, get over that hump in the NFL playoffs, and that includes Josh Allen and the Bills. And people can say he's won a few more playoff games. The Bills are in the same boat. If you're not Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs or Joe Burrow, a lot of teams and quarterbacks haven't proven. But what has Lamar proven? If he plays, the Ravens can win every single game. And that's what you hope for. And Lamar Jackson, once again, has gone out there, and even in that game in tennis against Tennessee in London, did enough for the Ravens to go out there and get a hard-fought victory. You went to Cincinnati and got a win. What more do you want from the guy? Time will tell. It's going to be a big weekend for here. You want him to win the big games. This is a big one coming up. We're going to dive into how much this means for the Ravens, not just for the division, but their kind of struggles that they've had at home against good teams. But, man, it's that's just the day and age we live in right now. Get the hot clicks. Say one comment. The reality is Lamar is freaking special. Yeah. And the dude, I think he's just scratching the surface of really how good he can be with this evolving Ravens offense.
Yeah. The man won unanimous MVP with Willie Snead, and people still question him. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.